Hey everyone, welcome to the PC. I'm William, and if you've ever played a Gen 1 Pokemon game before, or you research Pokemon theories as you sit alone at lunch every day, I'm not the only one, right? Then you undoubtedly know about the Mew under the truck. Just in case you haven't, in Gen 1, if you surf across the small channel next to the SS Anne, you can access this small harbor area. Now there's nothing there except this truck, which is actually one of the only cars we ever see in the Pokemon game for several generations. Now the myth went that if you use strength on this truck, you would be able to enter a battle with a wild Mew. And while this rumor has been proven false since, it's still a fun little Easter egg, and the game developers actually put a truck in the remakes Fire Red and Leaf Green right over here. Now me being a person that is focused on minute details and not the big picture at all, I actually started wondering, what exact truck is this? Is it a Chevy, not a sponsor, or a Nissan, not a sponsor, or any other brand of car? Not a sponsor. So today, after delving through countless photos and a bunch of close examination, we're going to discover what make and model the Mew Truck actually is. So when I first looked at this truck, I saw that it takes up only 2 steps worth of space, and not even the smart car truck is small enough to use size to determine the make and model here. And yes, there is a smart car truck, this is it. At that point, I knew I'd have to use a different approach. So instead of using actual measurements, I decided to use more subtle details. So I focused on 4 main aspects of the truck. The bed being just about the same length as the rest of the truck, the sharp angle drop from the roof to the bed, the door frame, which gives away the type of cab and gives a general window shape to look for, and the hood, which cuts down to the front grille pretty dramatically. So my first step just involved a massive search for any trucks online, and I found a ton. In fact, I at first thought that it may have been a club cab truck due to the window geometry here, but the fact that the Mew Truck only has 2 windows on it, one being the small triangular one, tipped me off that that couldn't be it. So the main problem I ran into with this method were that none of the truck beds were long enough, and the sleek nature of modern pickups made it difficult to find a truck with that sharp drop. Dismayed by bed length, I refined my search for long truck beds, but this didn't seem quite right either. The problem was that I was searching through recent model years of cars when I should have been looking at older cars. After all, Gen 1 Pokemon games didn't come out until 1996, so the truck would have to have been at least before that. And then, after many more pages of research, I finally narrowed down my search to 2 final trucks that both fit the bill. The 1968 Chevy C10 long bed, and the 1969 Ford F100 long bed. They both had the characteristic window, they both had the sharp angle, and they both had beds just about as long as the rest of the truck. So then I had to get really picky. Upon further investigation, I found that Mew's truck has a bed that is exactly as long as the rest of the truck, down to the last pixel. And with the Chevy C10 having the shorter hood, and the bed-to-truck ratio being closer to 1:1, I concluded that the truck parked near the SS Anne is in fact a 1968 Chevy C10 long bed. Just look at this picture, they look pretty close. Now with that solved, I also took the liberty of drafting a registration card for the truck. I assumed it is Mew that owns that truck, because you don't fake hide under someone else's car, that's just creepy. Don't ask me how I know that. So, I decided to use a Michigan registration card as a template, because with this being the map of Kanto, it looks like Michigan would fit well right here. Now I know that's not scientific at all, I just needed to pick a state at random, so go with me. So here is a standard Michigan registration card, and here's mine. Just as a fun little game, there are actually 11 Easter eggs or references or changes that I made to this one, and almost every number on this card is significant in some way. I'll give you the first change. The address block has been changed to Red's actual name and a Pokemon location themed address. So if you like cryptology, see how many you can find and I'll post the answers at the start of my next video. But I'll be honest, some of these are really tough to riddle out. Anyway, that's it for this video. I know that was a kind of a shorter theory, but I think we came pretty close to the actual identity of this truck. Let me know what you guys think down below, and see what changes you can find to that registration card. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We've restored your entertainment to full health. We hope to see you again.